It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the big diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. Tonight, we'll be watching the Indiana Pacers playing against the 76ers in Philadelphia. For Philadelphia, 5-5 over their last 10 games, but they're not satisfied with 500 ball. Looking to tack one onto the win tally tonight. Here we are coming up on the All-Star break. Shaq, for guys that are in a groove, could this disrupt their rhythm?
You know, veterans know how to keep things rolling, Ronnie. Some younger guys could be affected mentally because you know those young guys, they don't concentrate anyway. They have ADHD, ADD, APD, AUD, DOD, DAD, and all the other Ds.
E-I-E-I-O.
No doubt. With a nickname, Paddywhack. If you're on a hot streak and it's for real, it doesn't matter. It's going to continue. And if you kind of this team that when things don't go well and then all of a sudden you start to struggle, then it's not real on me. But I think this one's real.
Thanks for tuning in, folks. We're going to see you later.
Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Seems like we've been here before. Yes, it is Groundhog Day. And we welcome you to this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. 76er fans are making noise here at the Wells Fargo Center. We are in Philadelphia. You look at Indiana. They're looking to start this road trip off with a win and continue their winning streak.
And during this streak, guys, one thing you can see on this team is that everybody's role is clearly defined. Every player knows exactly what's expected of them. All the pieces seem to be fitting together perfectly.
Yep, and there isn't a more confident team in the NBA right now. Believe me, none of the guys on that team think this winning streak has happened by accident.
Clark, a few teams at this point in the season have battled through back-to-back games. Just how hard is that on the body to play in consecutive nights in this league?
As I recall, Kevin, it wasn't terribly difficult. As a matter of fact, I kind of enjoyed it. You could either get the bad taste of a loss out of your mouth quickly by playing another game. You didn't have to really practice. There's some energy concerns, obviously, but when you're well-rested and excited about playing, you find the energy. But I do believe there's studies that show there's a greater probability for injury the more back-to-back games that you have. That's one of the reasons the league has sought to minimize the number of back-to-back games across the schedule.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. John Collins is out there with Clint Capella. Then it's Robinson. Then it's Brandon Ingram. And it's Westbrook in at the 1 spot. Now here's Westbrook. In the game against Chicago, very impressive. 6 to shoot. Near the 3-point line, it's Ingram. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Simmons feeling it out a bit. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Stolen by Westbrook. To the inside. Here's Robinson. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Boy, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him on that layup.
Now here's Booker. He's coming off a 16-point game against Boston. Stolen by Westbrook. 3-on-3. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Robinson's got 5 points so far. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Pacers.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
Now here's Ingram. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Chicago.
And one of the big ways he came through was at the foul line. They couldn't contain him. He was equally effective at scoring baskets as well as getting to the line.
Now here's Simmons. Brandon Ingram missing his last shot. With the fadeaway, Ben Simmons gets the bucket. Simmons got his first points of the night.
And really with Simmons, the guy just has everything, including that soft mid-range jumper.
Here's Robinson, and it's Robinson with the jam.
Good job putting the pass in front of him, throwing it where he's supposed to be, not where he is, paving the way right to the bucket.
Simmons on the wing. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. And there's the pass to Embiid. Shoots over Capella. That one off the back iron and out. Indiana leading by 3 and keeping us updated from the sideline. Let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to talk with Brett Brown for a minute. He's confident in their ability to win the battle of the low post. That's where he'd like to see most of the action take place. Kevin, I think we can expect them to pound the ball down low every chance they get. Let their big men go to work.
Thank you, David. Here's Simmons after Clint Capella's bucket. Booker outside. Over Robinson. Some solid defense from Robinson.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And it's Ingram missing.
Oh, I'm surprised he couldn't put that away. I mean, the defense clearly botched an assignment, leaving him open.
Offensive rebound, Embiid.
And this is what you get with Embiid. A real scrapper, even though he's a big, skilled, talented guy. He's an energy guy as well.
Westbrook drives in, makes it off the glass.
And, you know, it's obvious he's a talented scorer. I mean, that's a given. A guy you can depend on to get it done in a lot of ways.
Now here's Simmons. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Boston.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist totals show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
Now here's Ingram after Ben Simmons' miss.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
And Derek Favors with the slam.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious.
Ammonia strong, we call that. Wear that rim out.
Now, here's Westbrook. Right now, checking his stats, he's averaging over 23 points a game.
And Westbrook is a terror from the mid-range. Terrific at sticking it to the defense from that spot on the floor.
Here's Booker. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Simmons. Got it. Good job in the low post.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
With the amount of characters and personalities on the Sixers team, Clark, you can't help but notice the attitude they play with.
Yeah, they play with edge. They play with brashness. Some would say arrogance, but all of the championship teams have some element of that, and that's where they're looking to go. On occasion, if their emotions get out of whack, it could get them in trouble, but I think they'll learn as they grow to tone that down and use it in a positive way.
And the 76ers with some changes. Robert Covington comes in for Josh Jackson, and it's Rose in for Derek Favors.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Booker, right side. And again, it's Philadelphia. And the Pacers with possession here. It's a three-point game. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
And, you know, Greg, they were sinking shots left and right, and that's got to be demoralizing for the defense. They were in a real zone.
Here's Rose following the basket by Russell Westbrook. Booker looking around. Over in the corner, Rose. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Certain guys just make it look effortless. And Clark, I'm sure you would have a nice list of some of the smoother operators, smoothest scorers in the league now.
There's only one guy at the top of it for me. I mean, I love a lot of guys, and there are a number of guys that put up big numbers. But when you talk about uniqueness, size, agility, touch, range, KD is where it stops.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just been nobody quite like him. George Gervin comes to mind because of a similar build, but the Iceman was 6'7", maybe 6'8". KD is pushing 7 feet tall and just a tad more athletic. I mean, I just don't know if we've got a more lethal, smoother scorer than him.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Westbrook against Rose. Shoots the three. Doesn't go for it. Now the 76ers take it the other way. They went to Indiana for their last meeting with the Pacers and came out with a win.
Away from home, you got to execute. And they did that flawlessly.
And that's what it comes down to, execution, especially when you're on the road. Can you follow your game plan? I thought they were awesome in that game.
Indiana on D. 3-point lead. Booker outside. Here's Simmons. Embiid trying to break loose. And Simmons gets it to go on the assist by Booker. Booker's got 3 assists in the game. Outside Westbrook. Lob pass to Capella. He doesn't hit that one.
Highlight reel play all the way, just can't connect.
I thought the pass looked good and just came up a skosh short, but I like the initiative and the intention.
And Simmons kicks to Embiid. Stolen by Westbrook. Ingram attacking, and that one is good. Ingram's got his first basket of the night.
It took him a while, but he finally gets one to fall.
76ers moving the ball around. Westbrook against Rose with 3. Booker, Pacers with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing. And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Shots good by Simmons. Simmons got 8 points. And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Pacers. Ingram outside. Back to Westbrook. Fires the 3. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got his 4th rebound in this one. Rose kicks to Covington. Over to the left wing. Embiid finds Simmons. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
To the paint, here's Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
How about the force from Clint Capella? When he's got good position inside, he's throwing it down.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Nothing wrong with that. You got to be flexible. When something isn't working, you adjust, you modify, you go to something else. That's what the best coaches do.
Now here's Rose. 11 points for him in that last game against the Celtics in Boston. Drains the 3-pointer.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he's on the money, that's no doubt. Capella, the pass to Westbrook. Shoots over Covington. It's deflected, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Covington. And some changes here for the 76ers. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Joel Embiid. Favors comes in for Ben Simmons. And Josh Jackson subbed in for Booker. Pass to Musa. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And what was that about? Not a good shot right there.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass. Boy, the defense looked helpless there. I mean, he's going to lay it up every time when he's got a smaller defender on him.
Robinson down low, working on Rose. Philadelphia leading by 4. Right side, Jackson. Rose up on top. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. Jackson kicks to Favors. The 3. That one, no good. Excellent D that time from Robinson. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
1:41 left to play here in the first. It's tipped. Stolen by Collins. Pass to Robinson. Kicks it to Collins. 5 to shoot. To the wing right side. Pulls it up. Robinson misses. The 76ers lead. Jackson down low. Passes to Rose. Over Collins. Offensive rebound. Dedmon misses the layup.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
And it's all evened up.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Rose against Robinson. 11 feet away. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Indiana's gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Defended by Covington. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Jackson kicks to Rose. On the wing, Jackson. Shot from 12. He can't get that one to fall. And so it's Ben Simmons making highlights for the Philadelphia 76ers. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Of Cameroon, Joel Embiid talks about making a quick transition to the United States.
Not knowing English, obviously at the beginning, it was a little bit hard to express myself. Obviously, I can speak English perfectly now, so that's a plus, and I'm just being myself.
And that unique sense of humor, Greg, is a specialty of Embiid's.
He's a fun-loving guy who's become a must-follow on social media. And the transition he's made has been remarkable.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And guys, what's your take so far on Philadelphia?
And through that first period, for me, their work on the glass has been the difference.
Yeah, pounding away on the boards. I mean, controlling the backboards. It's been a huge difference so far.
And so in the game for the Pacers. Baseline J on the way. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Rose has got the opening field goal of the second quarter for Philadelphia. Outside, Robinson. Knocked loose, and that'll be Indiana as it goes out of bounds. Pacers retain possession. And Clark, you played your entire career with the Pacers. What was your favorite memory during that time?
Well, certainly realizing the dream of being an NBA player, Kevin. I was the 8th pick overall. It was close to where I played in college at Ohio State. And then being able to perform at a high level to be a unanimous all-rookie team selection, that was a pretty good highlight for me starting my career.
Now here's Jackson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. That one wide left. Indiana trailing here. Lets it go with the three. Buries it from three-point range. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that Cameo song, Back and Forth.
Here's Rose. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. Here's Favors. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. They get to take on the Magic at Orlando after this one. That matchup falls in the middle game of this three-game trip. Defended by Covington. There's the pass to Montgomery. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Now, here's Covington. He's guarded closely. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Clark, you had a tremendous college career, excluding yourself. Give me the best NBA player from your alma mater.
Wow. I would probably lean towards Jerry Lucas as the best player coming out of Ohio State. And then you look at his pro career, it was pretty solid as well. I thought Herb Williams had a fantastic and long pro career. John Havlicek maybe would rise to the level of the best NBA player of the group that came out of Ohio State. Jim Jackson is another name. Evan Turner still playing. But I think John Havlicek probably in longevity, championships, Hall of Fame stature. I think he may be the best NBA Buckeye.
I'm going to put Clark Kellogg in there, too.
Oh, I didn't play long enough. Didn't play long enough.
And so he hits both. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Robinson kicks to Collins. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Well, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
Now here's Favors. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Boston.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around, just his effort level was off the charts.
The 76ers shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
You know, I know that's an aspect they've been trying to address as a team. I mean, they've got to get those free throw numbers up and improve.
Indiana leading. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Guarded by Jackson. Back to Robinson. 6 to shoot. From the top of the key. Goes back up. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul. Stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
The Pacers shooting their first free throws of the evening.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well. Just about 75% from the line.
And this year they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
And that one falls for Collins. so Collins nails both of them. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Rose up on top. He's guarded by Collins. Rose, no good.
You know what? Those are shots you just hate to miss when you get those kinds of bunnies on a possession.
And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And so it's Indiana with it. It's a three-point game. Defended by Covington. 6 on the shot clock, and the shot goes in. He's got 5.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Here's Rose. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for the Pacers.
And the corner three has not been their shot of choice here tonight. And I think a big reason for that has been the defensive setup. They came in focused on taking away the short-range triple.
The free throw drops for Rose.
And Derrick Rose, the former #1 overall pick in 2008, one of the most athletically gifted point guards the league has ever seen.
And both free throws good for Rose.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. And we know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you.
Now, here's Collins. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Covington against Robinson with the fadeaway. Covington with the bucket. Covington's got 5 points in the quarter.
And, you know, Covington really excels with the mid-range jump shot. It just looks like he's really comfortable rising up from there.
Timeout called the Pacers. And the 76ers with some changes. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Ben Simmons comes in for Derek Favors. And it's Devin Booker in for Jackson. Pass to Capella. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul. To the paint, here's Westbrook, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And Russell Westbrook is as explosive a guard as we've seen in the history of the game. An incredibly gifted scorer who can also punch it on you.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. That's good from Westbrook. Both free throws good from Westbrook.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
Now here's Simmons. 10 points for him. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to go on Nikola Mirotic.
You just have to be more careful with Simmons. I mean, he's absolutely brilliant at keeping the defense off balance.
It's his first trip to the line.
Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one.
And the Australian Simmons is a star in the making thanks to his extremely versatile and high-level skill set and big frame.
Second free throw, no good. Indiana leading by 3. Pass to Westbrook. Shot clock at 6. Buries it down low. Westbrook's got the lead up to 5 now for Indiana.
Like how confident Westbrook is close to the rim. Gets high off the ground and releases his shot quickly.
Here's Simmons. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Out to the wing. Defended by Booker. And Indiana, another 3.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Here's Simmons. No good with the hook shot.
Gotta give the defense credit. That was a great contest on a high percentage shot in the paint.
He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Now here's Simmons. He's got 12. Simmons missing again. To the middle. Oh, and the jam by Westbrook.
Man, you got to admire how easily Westbrook takes over games. I mean, an offensive juggernaut who is tenacious when it comes to scoring.
Rose against Westbrook. Outside, Simmons. To halt the run. A putback. And Embiid is right there.
No surprise seeing Embiid rise up like that. Fantastic at getting around the defense on the offensive glass there.
Mirotic finds Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. Dishes it to Ingram to the right side. Here's the 3. That one's rebounded by Embiid. The 76ers trail by 10. Inside, here's Covington, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Philadelphia 76ers. On Thursday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Memphis Grizzlies. And then on Saturday, they'll face off against Paul George and the Miami Heat.
And looking at the Bucks matchup, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win.
Gentlemen,
anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
And he knocks down the first one.
Man, you got to love the intensity of Covington. I mean, he's a consistent shooter from beyond the arc, and he's a player that also isn't afraid to get dirty on the glass for rebounds. That's a nice combination, nice stroke, but still he'll do some dirty work too.
And both free throws good for Covington.
Gotta like the confidence. Such an important part of making shots. Nice seeing a big man knock down free throws.
Westbrook dishes to Ingram. Passes it to Capella. Now Westbrook. Over Booker. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Simmons got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. The 76ers with another miss. Pacers leading by 8. Westbrook up top. He's covered by Rose. To the inside. From deep. And it's Westbrook missing. Philadelphia shooting 38% in the second quarter. Defensively, they look a little bit confused. Ingram against Covington. High post, Embiid. He kicks to Rose. Softly drops in the floater. Rose has got 6 points in the quarter.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
And the Pacers call time here. And some changes here for the 76ers. Derek Favors checked in for Rose. And it's Jackson in for Robert Covington. Robinson's checked in for Indiana. Now, here is Mirotic. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Shoots from 12. No good. Good D by Booker.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Jackson kicks to Booker. Simmons against Westbrook. Outside Jackson. Embiid, the pass to Booker. Here's Favors. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
Man, when he's got the height advantage down low, it's open. Forget about it. It's a wrap. You got to send more help through the defense.
Westbrook passes to Ingram. Booker against Robinson. Trying to end the drought, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Pacers have looked good at the line. They're perfect in 4 attempts. And the first one drops. Robinson hits them both. The 76ers trail by 6. Now Simmons, 12 points for him. Philadelphia moving the ball over. Good. Simmons got 14.
Can't shake Simmons. He is very used to getting hit on these kinds of looks and just plays right through the contact.
Westbrook against Simmons. Westbrook finds Robinson. 4 on the clock for 3. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Favors has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. You take a look at the 76ers. They're sitting pretty, second place, and looking to take the top spot. And, of course, the Pacers just way behind.
And right now for the Pacers, hanging where they are, right in the middle of the standings, will not make things easy for them down the stretch.
Well, it figures to be a hectic finish to the season as they attempt to lock down a postseason berth. They've got very little margin for error the rest of the way.
Now Ingram, after Westbrook's missed 3. Now here's Ingram. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. Here's Favors, and Derek Favors with the slam.
Hey, major props to Josh Jackson. Made an intelligent play there. Has a good feel for when his guys have a clean look.
Here's Westbrook, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. falls for Westbrook.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
And both free throws good for Westbrook. The 76ers trail by 4. Booker outside. Kicks to Simmons. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
And I like watching Simmons go to work down low. I mean, with his length and strength, there aren't many guys that can keep up with him down there.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop. Here's Jackson, and it's good off the back rim and in. Jackson's got it all tied up now for the 76ers. And here's Westbrook on deep, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's tied as we head to halftime. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Russell, what's the most important thing for you offensively so far?
Just trying to stay in attack mode, man. Moving the ball. You know, they force you to make the extra pass, and God's doing a good job of that tonight. Just try to come out and give my team some energy.
Russell, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks. Welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal at 2K Sports. Let's talk first half. Ben Simmons putting in some incredible work. He had 16 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist. The first 2 quarters went very well for him. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
They were really efficient on offense. Shared the basketball well, great shot selection. That accounted for a high field goal percentage in the first half.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Indiana?
I really like how they limited turnovers. You know, they didn't play it too safe. They made some really nice passes. When you can play like this and cut back turnovers, it can add up to over 10, 8, 12, 15, 16. Easy points, Ernie. I don't know how many points. A lot of easy points. They'll be in good shape if they can keep making the same smart plays.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
We welcome you back to Philadelphia, a town full of history. That's City Hall right there with the statue of William Penn perched atop it. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. We've seen Simmons really having a great game.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
Yeah, I liked how they took the initiative. They were really locked into what they wanted, not letting the defense dictate their shot selection.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So on the floor for Philadelphia, they've got Favors. Simmons is out there with Booker. Then there's Embiid, and it's Jackson in at the 3 slot. Now here's Booker. Simmons on the wing. He's covered by Westbrook. High post, Embiid. Here's Favors. No good off the back of the rim. And so Westbrook will bring it up for Indiana. They've led by as much as 10. And there's the pass to Mirotic. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Not much else you can do there. I mean, that's what you want. Too bad they weren't able to finish it off.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You know, Kevin, when you're guarding Josh Jackson, you've got to know he wants to drive it and get to the foul line. So you've got to be cautious yet aggressive.
The 76ers have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, you look at Josh Jackson. This guy is really skilled. I love his skill set. He's a lengthy forward who I think is only going to get better on both ends of the floor as time goes on.
Both free throws good from Jackson. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Westbrook scanning the floor. Deflects the pass. Embiid with the steal. Down low. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. 8 points for Joel Embiid.
Well, you got to respect not only the strength and size and agility of Embiid, but how about his balance, too? Able to finish through contact. That's impressive.
Now, here's Westbrook. He's got 14 and stolen by Favors. Booker with no one around. Off target from outside. Indiana trailing here. Outside Westbrook. Pass to Montgomery. Unloads. Gets to the corner and buries it. He has 5. For Philadelphia, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. To the middle. Here's Jackson. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And the 76ers lead by 2.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Now here's Ingram. 6 to shoot. Here's Montgomery. Rebound by Joel Embiid. Embiid's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Simmons inside. He's covered by Westbrook. Stolen away. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Kicks it out to Booker. Shoots a fader, and Simmons gets it to go on the assist by Booker. Simmons got the lead up to 4 now for the 76ers. Simmons against Westbrook. Indiana moving the ball over. Good D by Embiid.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Exactly. Can't play it any better than that, Greg.
Jackson misses. Pacers trail by 4. Ingram outside. Bella inside. Embiid's there. They get it back. In the corner, it's Westbrook. Hits the three-point bomb. Westbrook's got 17 now.
Whether he's attacking the basket or squaring up from long range, Westbrook is always dangerous.
Now here's Simmons. He's got 18. Off the left rim and out. Ingram against Jackson. Ingram outside. Over Jackson. And that one's good. Ingram's got his second bucket of the night.
How crazy is Ingram? How ridiculous is Ingram? I mean, just toying with the defense with his ball handling skill.
Pass to Booker. On the wing, Jackson. Outside, Simmons. Here's the teardrop. A nice shot by Booker.
You got to recognize Simmons is a pass-first guy, which is why you can't leave somebody open around him.
Here's Westbrook. Banked in off the glass. Westbrook's got 5 points now in the quarter. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
And Philadelphia calls time here. Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
You know, he is on a major roll today. This timeout was desperately needed. They've got to come up with a new game plan designed to shut him down.
And the 76ers with some changes. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Joel Embiid. Robert Covington comes in for Jackson. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Derek Favors. No good from Simmons. For Indiana, they've gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Westbrook against Rose. Here's Collins. It's Dedmon with the rebound. Dedmon's got 4 rebounds in this game. And Booker kicks to Simmons. Rose against Westbrook. Puts it up from 15. Rose, no good. Indiana leading. Passes it to Musa. Here's Westbrook. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Dedmon's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And a moment here to see the numbers for Westbrook. Averaging about 23 points per, 7 assists, and 7 rebounds. And his playmaking really stands out, making his teammates better offensively with his terrific passing.
Yeah, he's outstanding at controlling the tempo. I mean, keeps the ball moving and, of course, finds the open man.
And he makes the first. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
Yeah, look, you'd like to take the lead on that possession, but at least he was able to tie the game up.
Here's Musa. The baseline jumper goes down. And the Pacers lead by 2.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Booker outside. Beyond the arc. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got assist number 5 here tonight.
And they got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Now, here's Collins. Shoots. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. And now here comes Simmons leading the break with 3. Booker, another 3 for Philadelphia.
And with Simmons, you get it all. I mean, the shooting, the rebounding, and the passing.
Here's Musa. And right now he's averaging about 7 points a game. Collins kicks to Westbrook. Over Rose. Westbrook can't get it to go.
Tell you what, Kevin, it would be helpful if he would start to contribute a little more on offense, because when he's missing, it makes it really hard for this team.
Count it.
Well, I tell you what, I like the clip he's shooting at. Extremely effective. If you're on defense now, you got to get the ball out of his hand.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they put the defense on the defensive.
Simmons passes to Covington. Another 3 for Philadelphia. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the 76ers.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They worked hard tonight at crashing the boards as well. They've had a bunch of second chance points.
Let's take a second to see the teams that have been the toughest inside this season so far. 4th, the 76ers.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
Now, here's Westbrook. 19 points in the game. The pass to Montgomery. Just 5 on the clock. Musa passes to Collins. To stop the run. Drills it from outside. He's got 7.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
Rose kicks to Simmons. Pass to Rose. On the wing, Booker. grabs the miss.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Defended by Covington. Pass to Musa. He dishes it to Collins. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. And now just a 4-point 76ers lead. Rose finds Simmons. Now here's Covington. Defense right on him. Tries from 10. Pacers with the rebound. Collins has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Rose against Westbrook. Here's Collins. He's got 6. Here's Musa. It's Dedmon with the rebound. Dedmon's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Booker in the corner. Again, the miss by Booker.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Right side, Westbrook shoots it. No good on that one. And the 76ers go the other way with it. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And following this game, they'll challenge the Grizzlies on the road at the FedEx Forum in Memphis. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. And it's the Pacers with the ball after Ben Simmons' miss.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Covington with it. Westbrook picks him up. Good on the shot. That's 23 points for Ben Simmons.
And really, Simmons makes it look elementary, simple. I mean, the way he attacks defenses from multiple angles is hard to deal with if you're defending.
Now here's Westbrook. 19 points in the game. Over Rose. Not as good, and the 76ers lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Westbrook.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
As well he should, Greg. I mean, he always is looking to score the ball, even more so when he's hot. I like the mindset.
And the 76ers call time here. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
And the shot goes in.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Philadelphia has gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Outside Rose. Ulis with it. Robinson picks him up. It's Covington on the wing. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to go on Nikola Mirotic.
And Covington is always looking to shoot the ball. I mean, which in turn forces defenders to get extra aggressive with him when he's going up with the shot.
He's got free throw attempts number 4 and 5 here. First free throw is good. And he can't hit the second. Pacers trail by 3. Here's Musa. 6 points for him. Mirotic with it. Here's Musa. And Indiana, another 3.
Yeah, those shots are taken totally in rhythm. High percentage quality shots and really getting whatever he wants.
Here's Ulis. The teardrop falls in. And the 76ers lead by 2.
And such a tricky player. Ulis loves pulling out the floater from time to time.
Passes it to Ingram. No good on the shot. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. 76ers on top, up 2. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. The 76ers lead. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. Now, here's Covington. He's guarded closely. Back to Ulis, trying his luck deep, but they'll get another chance. Now, Covington. He kicks it to Ulis. Over Robinson. Ulis can't get it to go. Indiana's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Mirotic passes to Robinson. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. The 76ers shooting well. 50% from the floor. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Buries the long-range jumper.
Man, nice perimeter shooting by Robert Covington. Just has such a really aesthetically pleasing release on those long ball attempts.
He's covered by Favors. Outside Mirotic. Outside Robinson. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. The wide open look here for Ulis. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got 3 assists now in this one. Indiana moving the ball around. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Really good job there. That's the definition of the inside-out game.
Down low, and then Favors with the dunk.
Awesome at making decisive reads in the pick and roll. Ulis, a terrific passer in those sets.
Now, here is Robinson. Defense is right there. Outside Mirotic. Sinks the triple.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
The 76ers leading by 5. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Here's Favors. Again, Philadelphia. For Indiana, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Shot from 12. Rebounded by Covington. Covington's got 6 rebounds in the game.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
For Philadelphia, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Deft touch on the alley-oop. And the 76ers lead by 7.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him.
And a nice touch on the finish. Awesome feed there. That pass was on point.
And so it's Rose bringing it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. To the middle, here's Favors, and Derek Favors with the slam.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
Robinson with it. Now guarded by Ulis. They get a hand on it. Off target from three-point range.
But still, eventually, you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
They get it again. Dedmon. Nice work on the boards. Paying off with the basket. Dedmon's got the lead up to 9 now for the 76ers. Indiana's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Robinson goes in. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper.
Not a bad look for him on that shot, but it just doesn't seem to be his night tonight.
And it's good off the back of the rim and in. And it's an 11-point 76ers lead.
And that's the role they want for Rose. Getting guys going through his passing, especially when he can find them in rhythm.
Now, here's Collins. Outside Robinson. Over Favors. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And hard to decide which is better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop.
Tell you what, you wouldn't know they're the team trailing when they're able to pull off plays like that.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
And Kevin, they've been committing a lot of turnovers here. Taking care of the basketball is the #1 priority right now in that huddle. They've got to tighten it up.
And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Jackson comes in for Derek Favors. Devin Booker, he's checked in for Derrick Rose. And Simmons subbed in for Tyler Ulis. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Brett Brown talking with his team. He told them the lead we've got is good, but we can be better. Take it to them. Stay on the accelerator. Looks like he wants them to keep pushing it, guys.
And how many extra possessions have they gotten because of that rebounding edge?
Well, it's been a bunch, and I think it's made the difference in the game.
Whoa!
Hey, watch out. Really can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. I mean, his confidence just rises when he slams it down like that.
Kicks it to Westbrook. Takes the 13-footer, and the shot is long. The 76ers leading by 14. Here's Jackson, and the rebound goes to the Pacers. Capella's got 9 rebounds now tonight.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Now, here's Covington. Inside. Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
Yeah, and Jackson has a lot of bounce to the ounce now. Outstanding at finishing with strength at the rim.
Westbrook against Simmons. Will it go? Westbrook can't get it to go.
I wonder if switching baskets really threw him off. Because he can't get anything to fall this half.
Right through the D for the layup. 10 points for Josh Jackson.
And the mindset of Jackson for a young guy, really locked in. Despite the defense being right up in it, he stays aggressive inside.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. Knocks down the 3-ball.
You can really see that his confidence is at a high level here in this half. He didn't have a 3 in the first.
And Simmons kicks to Booker. The pass to Covington. Westbrook against Simmons. There's the double team with Westbrook. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And so here is Indiana. Pacers trail by 15. Now the dish to Capella. Outside Westbrook. Over Simmons. Second chance shot. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 11 rebounds.
Love how Capella stays alert on the offensive board, creating second-chance opportunities thanks to that activity.
And Simmons slams it in.
Love the connection Simmons has with his teammates. I mean, once the lob is on its way, you know he's going to finish in style.
Indiana's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. To the inside, stolen away. Nice shot to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Jackson, and out of bounds it is. Last touch by Mirotic. Derek Favors checked in for Robert Covington. And Simmons kicks to Booker. Back to Simmons. There's the double team with Westbrook. Shot clock at 6. To the inside. Stolen by Westbrook. A nice shot by Booker.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Double team on Westbrook. To the paint. Outside for Robinson. They get the rebound. And it's put back up and in by Capella.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Simmons against Westbrook. Out to Favors. Pass to Embiid. Clock at 6. It's stolen by Capella. Stolen by Jackson. Pass to Embiid. And here is Simmons. Outside Favors. Knocked loose. Simmons finds Embiid. And Capella sends it back.
And every season, Capella has improved as a shot blocker. Timing, awareness, recognition. He's really good at erasing shot attempts.
Westbrook dishes to Ingram. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. And Simmons has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. They led by as many as 18 points. Outside Jackson. Over Collins. And again, it's Philadelphia.
And now they are probably too far ahead. It's going to be nearly impossible to get back in this one.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Greg. I mean, they're in a groove right now. Up big, hard to envision them losing this lead.
The 76ers leading by 17.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Philadelphia.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooter.
Exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And this will make it 36 wins on the year for them.
And just breaking the spirit of their opponent. 3 straight times this year, this win is going to give them a perfect 3-0 record with one left to be played on the season against the Pacers.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Ben Simmons.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Booker the pass to Simmons. Back to Booker. 4 on the shot clock. No good on the 3.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
And Jackson gets it to go.
I'll tell you what, the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Big time. I mean, it's amazing. Their crowd letting them hear it. And that's always inspiring. They want to see this thing get wrapped up.
And it's blocked by Simmons.
Boy, you cannot forget about the long reach and wingspan of Simmons. He uses it exceptionally well on defense to come away with block shots.
So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Derek, congrats on the win tonight. What do you think was the ultimate factor?
Just playing defense. Our defense had to tell offense, and it worked out for us tonight. We definitely don't want to be in that situation, but we just found our way back into the game.
Yeah, you hung in there and you were able to come back and overcome the deficit. Thanks, Derek. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.